I was a very hyper kid, like very hyperactive. And I was studying in a normal school, like, preschool. And I would be always angry after school, and I would fight with kids. I would literally hit kids. I was mean. And so my mom, the teacher told my mom, you gotta put your daughter in some sort of therapy. And I was like 5. And my mom was like, wow, okay. So my mom took me to therapy. Once I get there, my mom is talking to the therapist, and there was a tiny piano on the floor. And until then, I had not had any exposure to instruments or nothing. Music, just music on radio. So I get there and I start playing the piano while my mom's talking, and I actually started playing a song. I don't know if it was Happy Birthday, what, it was probably something easy, but I was playing a real melody. And then the therapist said to my mom, oh, does she have music classes? My mom said, no, she never even sat with any instrument. So she said, well, maybe your daughter will be great with music. Music is a great stimulation for hyper kids. Yeah. Usually hyper kids needs to have more stimulation, that's all. And could be music, could be arts in general, or sports. So that's what my mom did. She changed schools. She put me in this Waldorf school, which they really worry about arts and music as much as math and chemistry and all this stuff. So once I got there, it was preschool still. I was like under 6 years old. The first time ever that my mom picked me from school, and I actually fell asleep in the car because I was legit properly stimulated to the point that my whole brain energy ran out, and I didn't fight with anybody. But that school had music, had arts, and all sorts of arts. Like I did all sorts of things manually. So that was the beginning. Like when I was around 6, 7, I was already learning all sorts of instruments because of the school, like violin, percussion, we call canteli, I don't know, harp?
Yeah.
That was the beginning of my music career because I loved that so much. And I would be the happiest kid just playing the flute. I would take my flute, every kid had a flute to take home. I would play my flute everywhere, drive my mom nuts. I would go to the bathroom and play flute in the bathroom. My mom, Julia, stop it! So it was for sure like I fell in love with music since I was very young. I think I would have been a very stressful and miserable kid, and I probably would have turned out into a trouble kid. Absolutely. Because I was already a trouble kid because I didn't know where to put my energy and I was fighting. So I'm sure that once I hit 12, 13, it would be bad news. And then teenager years, like, I don't know, I don't think. So music was important for that too. It gave me a purpose, focus, and it wasn't entertaining. Like learning an instrument, like I always had like a guitar, and then I wanted to learn drums, and then whatever, bass. So it was so important. What you're saying is absolutely correct. It was like, so I think that's how everything started for me on the music, and it never stopped.